I think this is one of those weekends that as a coach, you're excited, but yet you're not looking forward to competing against a young man that you recruited, that you watched help us get to the College World Series 2 years in a row, for a young man that was of great benefit to this program for a number of years as our pitching coach. But on the other hand, we're very proud of what he's already accomplished at Pitt. I know that the numbers are not what he wanted, but he had to go in there in the middle of July and take over a program that had lost a lot of good players. I think overall, he may look at this season when it's all over, maybe it wasn't as bad as the numbers think it is.
But is there anything about him or any moment, whether you were, coaching him or when he was on your staff, where you're like, he's going to be a head coach somewhere good, somewhere at some point in his career?
From the time he came to us, now what people forget is Mike went to Tennessee after a few years of coaching at Florida Southern. And from there, he went to Oklahoma. And the last question that was asked of him is they gave him a very good contract. We have a stipulation that you will never leave Oklahoma for another assistant coaching job. And he said, well, we need to get one thing straight. There's one institution that I would leave to attend, or I would leave to listen to what they have to say, and that would be Florida State. So when the position opened here and we offered him the position, that was the only school that Oklahoma was allowing him to talk to, and that was Florida State, and of course the rest is history.
Was the transition from Jamie to Mike one of the more difficult things you've had to do as a head coach?
Oh, certainly. Jamie Shoup is one of the finest people you'd ever meet. Wonderful family. It was just a very, very difficult decision.
Overall, when Mike stuck in that first year, Brandon Liebrandt, Mike Compton, guys who maybe weren't his guys recruited from the get-go, but they were able to be so successful so quick. Did that showcase just how good he was as a developer?
Yeah, Mike was a guy, too, that being left-handed certainly helped him continue along the same lines that we had in the past. But it was good that he knew a lot of things that was going on. It wasn't a new position for him. He kept up with Florida State. Heck, he used to tell me who position players were when he was at Oklahoma, and I couldn't think of who it was here when we were talking about a certain guy, and he said, oh yeah, that was Beavis, or yeah, that was Alisea. It was amazing how he could recall what was going on here at Florida State.
To add, go ahead, Chris.
Is it kind of surreal to you? I mean, in many games you've coached, many guys have coached under you. This will be the first time you're facing a former assistant, right?
Yeah, of course, I remember the first time I coached against an assistant coach. Now, of course, you had Link Jarrett when he was at Mercer, Chris Roberts when he was at North Carolina State, and Stetson, Chris Hart, now that he's been at North Carolina State for 7 or 8 years. So yeah, those young men contributed greatly to this program, and it's fun to see them get opportunities.
You always talk about how cerebral baseball is. I mean, the fact that you know Mike so well, he knows you so well, do you have to go against your instincts and your tendencies of what you do because he knows what you know, or do you just stick to the course that you know best?
Michael is a very smart person. He knows exactly what we're trying to do. I don't think he has matched wits with Mike Jr. And of course, Mike Jr. makes the calls offensively, so that might be to our advantage in this series. He hasn't exactly got Mike figured out.
How does it? is it for the pitchers? I mean, what do you say to them where he, I mean, worked with them hand in hand at least 1 year, if not 2 or 3? Just how do you kind of, I mean, I guess prepare them for going against somebody who kind of knows how they work?
Most of our guys are doing the same things that they've done in the past. Clyde has done a tremendous job with our team in developing other areas to make them more successful. Let's just hope that we can go out and execute what we've been practicing.
Has Clyde found maybe his stride now as we've seen the season kind of progress, the starting pitching's come around, and then some of the relief has also been kind of picking up? Do you think Clyde's gotten more comfortable in the role?
I've been very pleased with what I'm seeing out of Clyde. He's worked very hard with the young men that are struggling. I've seen them go out and have good outings. Let's face it, he knows the game. He's a former Seminole, a former professional player, former college coach. He knows what he's doing. I see our guys getting better. We just got to continue to get better.
Coach, switching gears a little bit, you don't play a lot of 3-game midweeks, but now the finals is going to have school over with for the year. How important is it to have that second game against Jacksonville now?
Well, it's very important to us because we've had 2 games so-called rained out. It was a class act by Chris Hayes over at Jacksonville to agree to play an additional game here in our place when we were rained out at his place. And he also is a diehard baseball guy, and that let's play. We're either going to practice or let's play. And of course, we're paying for the umpires and all the other expenses that go into a game. So he's already here, so he's smiling all the way. Let's play baseball. Want to play another one?
Still 1 game under the maximum. Are you guys going to try to schedule that 1 more game?
We've tried. I don't foresee us being able to clear that hurdle, but we're not giving up. If somebody calls and it works out, we would love to play that game because we don't want to. I mean, we're out of school. Let's play baseball.
Looking beyond, all the storylines of this weekend, just, 2 ACC series is left. Just how important is, every win, especially in conference, just to get that network conference wins higher over these last 2 weekends of the regular season?
I think what we have to be very careful of is that each pitch is what we're trying to win. We're not trying to look ahead. We understand anything can happen in this great sport of baseball. You're playing a very good Pitt team that has beaten Wake Forest, they've beaten Virginia Tech, they've beaten Miami. It's not a team that has no chance of winning. They have every chance of winning. We have to understand we've got to do the little things it takes to be successful, because that club from Pitt is not out of it. They still have a chance to make the conference tournament.
6 games in 8 days, or I don't know how much it is, I'm not good with numbers, but is this going to be like a baptism by fire for middle relief to really give you the innings you need and to show you can count on as a stretch kind of?
Well, you can look at it this way too. We better get some innings out of our starters.
What is it about this time of year for your program? I guess once finals kind of rolls around, this program has always kind of found another gear. Are you able to push these kids mentally once finals are over because they're solely focused on baseball? What is it about this time of year that you seem to always get the best out of your kids?
Any accomplishment, any success that our young men have had in the past have come from them. It's a relief when final exams are over. They're here to get an education, and they know that. Well, the education side is over for the majority of our guys right now. So let's play baseball. They love the game. It's the highlight of their year other than postseason. What they accomplished is what they did. All I've done is just sit back and watch them.
Can you ask for more out of them now, though?
No, I cannot. They want one goal. They know what that goal is. They don't have to worry about courses they're over with. Hopefully they had success in those courses.